Alright, so I haven't filmed in this place for a while. In case you don't remember, this is my home studio and now you're back in my home studio. But you see, today's video is not really about this old studio, this couch or this new lighting that I have set up. Gentlemen, today's video is rather about this haircut, this fresh new crew cut on my face. I mean, I have sure talked about it in almost all my hair tutorials and all my hairstyling videos. I have expressed my genuine appreciation for this cut in almost all my hair uploads, but I haven't really tried it. I haven't really got it on my face since a very long time. Yes, the last time I had my hair this short, the last time I had a cut like this on my face was in 2010 when I was just starting my flying school. Yes, it's been 9 long years and now it's back on my face. Excuse the nasal voice, I have cold, I'm sick, but I'm giving you the video. Anyway, since I haven't really shown you how do you style, how do you really rock a crew cut on your face, it's about time we call quits on it. It's about time we get back to the real basics. Gentlemen, in this episode of Essentials or in this new series of a few essential crew cut videos, I'll be sharing my points, I'll be sharing a few essential tips that you should keep in mind when you're trying to style or don a fresh new crew cut, the 4G cut on your hands face. My name is Mayank Bhattacharya, this is Essentials. Let's start the intro. Okay, so brief history before we get into the details of this mighty crew cut. Now, in case you don't know, crew cut, gentlemen, is the 4G haircut, is the military haircut which has been donned and rocked by the armed forces personnel worldwide. Yes, not only Indian armed forces but the armed force personnels worldwide. This is a uniform cut that they use. This is a uniform cut that they live by. And by they, I mean the armed force personnel or the armed force officers in general. Now, if you know anything about me, if you have seen any one of my previous videos, you would know that I am a pseudo 4G kid. I have lived my entire life in different Air Force bases and different naval bases, and this is something very personal and very inspiring to me. You see, this is not just a regular haircut. It is a cut that forces me to change. It's a cut that forces me to wake up every morning. It's a cut that forces me to keep at it day in and day out. Gentlemen, it's a cut that forces me to change my life. It's a cut that forces me to take control of my life, fix it and do the things my way or the right way. I mean, this is not just a haircut for me. This is actually a forced change in my needed lifestyle. And yes, in case you didn't know, this also psychs me up for the gym. I mean, I get some amazing workout these days because I have been actually getting back to the gym after a very long time, courtesy this mighty crew cut. But yes, obviously, before I forget it, I think this looks pretty cool as well. I mean, considering the fact that you're not spending 1.5 hours blow drying it and then using 5 different products, this 5 minutes hairdo is not only a great time saver, but it looks pretty cool at the same time. So yes, that's my reasoning, that's my style. Shorter, tighter, and in my opinion, a very smart cut at the same time. Smart not only because it's a part of the uniform, smart not only because it looks great in any uniform, but smart because I think it's a whole lot more than just a regular haircut. I mean, again, I haven't seen any 4G look anything unattractive in a 4G haircut. Why? Because the very first step that you have to keep in mind, the very first step that they follow or they are put in place for is their physical shape. Gentlemen, if you really want to have a crew cut, if you really want to have a military cut on your face, then make sure you are physically fit and in shape for it. If you're someone too heavy, if you're someone too skinny, then you are not the right guy for a 4G cut, because this is a whole lot more than a cut and you have to actually rock it for the face and the structure that you are actually built for. Now, in case you aren't able to understand, in case you don't get me, then go through the 4G history and see any unfit soldiers as such. I mean, sure, there would be some, but there aren't many, and that's the reason this cut looks almost impeccable on every IMA pass out, every Air Force Academy cadets and every NDA cadets you could think of. Why? Because they are all in the same physical shape. They are all ripped, they are all athletic, they are all strong, and thus the haircut looks so much better on their face. So in case you aren't someone who's in this absolute best physical shape, use this haircut as an inspiration and get into your best physical shape. In case you already are in your best physical shape, then use this as a haircut to enhance your physical sex self. I mean, I think this cut looks a whole lot more attractive on a man who is in a decent shape, and the primary reason of that is you just getting your sides short, you're just elevating your shoulders, your chest and everything else that there is to show off as your masculine, genuine self. So the very first step, the very obvious step that you have to keep in mind is be in a decent physical shape. Tip number 2, the other important one, be aware, be advised and be known for the fact that this is not a haircut for everyone around. There are people who hate it, there are people who absolutely love it. This is a very polarizing haircut. Why will people love it? Well, because this is a Fauji haircut. If somebody is a fan of the armed forces, if somebody is a fan of the way the forces operate and the way they live their life, then they'll be a fan of you too for rocking this amazing haircut. It shows off your discipline, your character, your leadership and all that crazy masculine skills. But for other reasons, the reasons you're not able to quiff and do a pompadour, it may not be all that attractive to plenty people around. But this is something you have to keep in mind. This is something you have to be aware of. I don't want a haircut to be the reason of a breakup. So hey, there's that. Tip number 3 that you have to keep in mind when you are getting yourself the military cut is make sure you're getting the sides trimmed or zeroed in or absolutely shaved, because the only way you can differentiate an average haircut from the best haircut is by noticing the minute details. And by details I mean the sides of your face. In case you haven't spent time on getting the sides right, guess what? Your crew cut, your military cut will not look as good as many good crew cuts or military cuts should. The reason my crew cut looks half decent is because Ganesh spends at least 45 minutes to an hour just to get the sides right, and that's one of the most important thing you have to keep in mind when you're trying to rock a crew cut on your face. Spend some time, get the sides right and get it tailored and trimmed for your face. My crew cut may not be the ideal crew cut for your face. You have to understand till where do you have to shave your sides, till where do you need your hair to settle in, and how much fade is too much fade for your face. Now that is something very specific to your face, very customized for your own personal taste. In case you want to book an appointment for your mighty crew cut with Ganesh, check the link, book it up, sign it up and help us give you your mighty crew cut. Anyway, tip number 4 and 5, probably one of the most important ones, 2 of the most important ones. Here we go. Respect the cut, respect the hair and dress accordingly. If you're someone who's in graphic t-shirts and flannel shirts, this is not the cut for you. If you're someone who's in fancy fashion, this is not the cut for you. Or at least for the period you're wearing this cut on your face, because this is a uniformed cut. You have to make sure your outfits matches the haircut right. Minimal classic fashion like the one that I'm wearing or suits and formals are the best pick in this case. Forge is known for its uniform. The Army, Navy and the Air Force is known for its uniform, and uniform is something tailored and specific to your own personal needs. Make sure your style reflects the need of the mighty crew cut, the style and the whole history of the mighty crew cut. But hey, lastly, probably one of the most important tip for you to get your amazing crew cut is enjoy it. Have fun with it, because hey, like it or not, this is something you have been wanting for a very long time. This is something you have been requesting for your face since a very long time. So in case your friends, family or your girlfriend isn't happy about it, don't pay much attention to it and love it the way you should. Love it the way you would wear it, as you have planned, as you have always intended to. This is my take on the crew cut. Expect plenty more series about fashion, style and all the other crazy things about a crew cut, possibly even a tutorial with Ganesh on how do you really get a crew cut and all of that good things. Anyway, I'll get back to work. I'll keep making more videos. I'll see you soon in my office or in my home studio or in my office, but till that time, don't forget to dress sharp, stay strong and stay stylish. My name is Mayank Bhattacharya. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Jai Hind.